Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. Scraping.aspx pages with Python can be a bit more challenging than scraping static HTML pages because .aspx pages often generate their content dynamically using server-side code. However, you can still scrape data from .aspx pages by simulating a user's interaction with the website using Python libraries like requests and Beautiful Soup. In this tutorial, I'll guide you through the process of scraping .aspx pages step by step, along with a code example. Prerequisites. Step 1. Install the required libraries. If you haven't already, you'll need to install the necessary Python libraries using pip. Step 2. Inspect the .aspx page. Before you start scraping, it's essential to inspect the target.aspx page's structure. Use your browser's developer tools, usually by pressing F12 or right-clicking and selecting Inspect, to examine the HTML structure, identify the elements you want to scrape, and understand the request parameters. Step 3. Send an HTTP request. You can use the requests library to send an HTTP GET request to the .aspx page. Make sure to include any necessary headers or cookies to mimic a legitimate user request. If the .aspx page requires authentication, handle it accordingly. Step 4. Parse the page content. After receiving the response, parse the page's content using Beautiful Soup. Make sure to specify the parser, which is often LXML for parsing .aspx pages. Step 5. Locate and extract data. Using the parsed HTML, locate and extract the data you're interested in. You can use CSS selectors or other methods provided by Beautiful Soup to navigate the HTML structure and extract specific elements. Step 6. Handling pagination or AJAX requests. If the .aspx page uses pagination or loads data dynamically, you may need to simulate user interaction by sending POST requests, handling AJAX calls, and dealing with pagination. This often involves inspecting network requests in your browser's developer tools and replicating those requests in your Python script. Step 7. Data processing and storage. After scraping the data, you may want to process it and store it in a suitable format, such as a CSV file, a database, or any other data storage method. Step 8. Error handling and rate limiting. Make sure to implement error handling to deal with potential network errors and prevent your script from being blocked by the server. Also, consider implementing rate limiting to avoid overloading the server. Step 9. Respect robots.txt. Always check the website's robots.txt file to see if scraping is allowed. Follow ethical scraping practices and respect the website's terms of service. Step 10. Test and monitor your scraper. Regularly test and monitor your scraper to ensure it continues to work correctly, as websites may change their structure or blocking mechanisms. Here's a complete code example to scrape a .aspx page. Remember that web scraping should be done responsibly and in compliance with the website's terms of service. Some websites may have legal restrictions on scraping their content, so always ensure you have the right to access and use the data you scrape. ChatGPT.